I'd like to start off by saying that I'm aware this video has been done before by many different people, but I'm a person on the internet and am therefore legally obligated to give you my opinion that you didn't ask for. These accessories get to be the lowest on the list because I've never found a use for them. Oh my god, Kill It With Fire. The Link's Awakening remake was a beautiful game and all, but seeing a chibi head in this game is just not it. As far as I know, these helmets are all useless, other than giving a minor resistance and a weird disruptive new look to the sages. As a certified tingle hater, I must say that this outfit does absolutely nothing for me, but the Night Speed is useful if you don't have the Dark set yet. This armor just looks really goofy to me, not to mention that it's wholly outclassed by the Barbarian set. I can only really see this being used by some die-hard Twilight Princess fans. The depth set is just infinitely more accessible and upgradable. This set perplexes me. I really don't get what it's supposed to be for. No set bonus, hard to find, can't dye it for some reason, and it's a paint to upgrade. Just use a soldier armor instead. This outfit is just kinda there. Sure, the bone proficiency and stall enemy stuff is nice, but the defense is lacking and I'm not particularly fond of the wrestler look. I guess this mask is pretty useful early game if you're like a little baby who hasn't figured out that the enemies die when you hit them. Absolutely useless other than the fact it looks badass. My money's never not been worth more than my life. Just dye the hair a cool color and stay away from enemies. It's good for what it is, being the first piece of stat altering armor most players will find. Loses points for giving players a reason to not wear the skirt. At least the set doesn't have a helmet that does its set bonus better, but I always thought it would be cool if the set bonus let you swim in lava instead, though that might have been a bit too broken. This is pretty thoroughly not for me. I don't have any Wind Waker nostalgia, so all I see is a vaguely comfortable shirt. Still not the worst though. I found out after this that the reason the moblins still attack me is because an Arakuda saw through my disguise. The little scarf thing covering Link's mouth is pretty cool looking. I think this set is pretty ugly no matter what colour you dye it. It's all but mandatory for the Wind Temple, but the set bonus leaves something to be desired, with Xant's helmet already providing the same thing without having to upgrade or wear a full set. I personally never got any real use out of this set, since whenever I was in the depths I would usually be wearing the depths or barbarian set in case of combat. And if you're vigilant about collecting every bright bloom seed you see, you'll never really be left in the dark. I was never a big fan of this set and felt like it didn't really need to exist. It just kind of feels like Link is cosplaying. The Hero of the Wild's canon outfit will always be the champion's tunic. I think this mask is pretty cool. Some kinds of Lizalfos are just aggravating to run away from when you're not in the mood, so this helps them stop shooting water at you. The infinitely better version of the Wild set in my opinion. The new hairstyle and long sleeves do a lot for me here. I got a lot less use out of these in this game than I did in Breath of the Wild. I don't know whether it's because of Zonai devices making foot travel largely unnecessary, or the fact that we didn't get them by scamming a Redditor anymore, but nonetheless they're not that great. it's just not that good when you consider how easy it is to get the lightning helm in this game. Plus it looks like a fish and I don't know why. Oh my god, I hate this mask. Horoblins are my least favourite enemy in this game, and I revel in killing everyone I see. The ugliest and probably least useful of the 3 elemental attack sets. My problem with this and the Frostbite set is they're only useful in extreme heat and extreme cold, but unless you have a good temperature resistant meal going, you're going to be taking damage from the environment because the set doesn't offer resistance on its own. Not to mention the fact that the elemental attacks will be useless against the elemental Azalfos and Wizrobes you might find in those areas. I guess it looks alright and it's good at what it does, but never let yourself forget what they took from us. The hood and trousers here just look so much better with the champion's leathers instead. Throw the Hylian tunic in the trash and the set is great. I actually got these confused with the archaic warm greaves during editing, but again, these just never really got used by me. You do get some impressive speed while wearing the full set, and the decreased stamina cost of jumping is nice, but the low defense and niche usage means I'm not going to wear it all the time, and in the late game when I've got 3 stamina wheels and tons of stamina replenishing food, I'm never going to go into my inventory and put this full set on just to climb something. This set got a good amount of use by me in the early and mid game for the speed boost at night. The look is delightfully edgy and brings me back to Smash Bros. Brawl. This set is basically invalidated by how easy and not to mention free the Yiga set is, and the set bonus of increased night speed is also shared by the Dark and the Tingle set. I love the idea behind this set, but not the fact that I have to do 12 boring side missions to get it all. Bonus points for mono sleeve shirts being badass. Of course this mask is never really going to be used for its intended purpose, but I just love putting a fursuit head on Link and having him stand there like Mum said it was his turn on the Xbox. Link can wear a skirt, thereby making this de facto game of the year. I somehow managed to miss the chest containing the chest piece and ended up googling where it was after I'd beaten all the temples. This outfit and the weapon it comes with are both legendary in the Zelda community. I never personally had much interest in using it because by the time I got it all I already had the full Barbarian set, but it's definitely great looking. This armor isn't as useful to me as it is to some of the nutters on Hyrule Engineering, but it's still nice for when you just want to fly around on your jet bike and not worry about touching down to refill the battery as often. This is what I was talking about when ranking the Snowquill armor. Simple and easy to just slap on and invalidate all ice enemies. I'm kind of annoyed that this isn't a whole set, as there's no set in the game that this mask goes perfectly with, but even on its own the mask looks cool enough to justify its position. Thank God they didn't do a chibi head for this Link. But yeah, this is very solid. The lime green shirt and gold belt buckle are quite unique, but in a good way. This was my favourite set in Breath of the Wild, but it loses points for being so tricky to upgrade in proportion to its usefulness. God damn. Nintendo definitely knew what they were up to when they put an open back on the chest piece. I should also point out that when you dye the headpieces of the elemental sets, Link's hair color changes, which is kick-ass. In terms of usefulness, it's definitely higher up than it should be, but the drip makes up for the frostbite Link is inevitably going to get. This armor is surprisingly good, and used to access a couple of sky islands via its ability to send you up waterfalls. I wish the spin attack did more damage the more you upgraded the helmet, but that's a small complaint. The extra hearts this provides against gloom damage are useful in the early and mid game before you get a ton of heart containers, and it helps that it looks pretty badass. I actually really enjoyed how you gather this gear by saving 3 tailors that were being held captive by the Yiga clan, and the fact that you can blend in with them and get tons of extra dialogue around Hyrule is just brilliant. This mask and the little bun in the back are both adorable and exceedingly useful if you're so sad as to try and 100% this game like me, or you're just looking for the latest victim. I usually regard the people who say Ocarina of Time is the best Zelda game with the same silent contempt I usually reserve for people who litter or are in a happy relationship, but if I must give them one thing, it's that this outfit is good. It's great even. The deep colour of the tunic holds it all together really well. This outclasses all the monster masks in that it makes almost all enemies leave you be. This does not include monsters like Keese or the Likes, but the fact that you get it by kicking the shit out of 5 Lynels was fun enough to push it up in the ranking. Definitely the most useful of the 3 elemental attack sets, seeing as being in a thunderstorm isn't inherently dangerous like extreme hot and cold. I like to combine it with a lightning helm so I'm immune to lightning strikes while also not having to walk around with a phallus on my head. For me, this outfit will always be more associated with Brawl than any Zelda game, but I love Brawl, so it gets a high placement on this list. The questline you go through to get this hat is one of my favourites in the whole game, and it's stylish as hell. Link looks better than I'd ever expect with lipstick. It just pains me how you can't upgrade it. I've got some good memories of running around with this in Breath of the Wild. It kinda sucks how you can't use it to see enemy health numbers anymore though, so I'll stick with the new version. I've never even played Skyward Sword, but for some reason this outfit just looks great to me. I probably wear it the most out of all the old school Link sets. I had to put Link in a shirt here, otherwise they would arrest me. I found it very useful just not having to worry at all about using metal equipment during thunderstorms. And there are a few things as fun as running up to an enemy where you're about to get struck and watching them get decimated. Here it is, the canon outfit for Tears of the Kingdom Link. I wore this to the final boss and it was cinematic as hell. The fact that upgrading it takes a bunch of parts from Zelda is also really cool. I absolutely love gliding around with this armor, and the set bonus of taking no damage from slamming Link into the ground at Mach speed is just great. Here it is, the reason I have over 100 bananas in my inventory. I rarely ever engage in combat without wearing this armor. You can even dye the outfit red to make it look like Link is covered in the blood of his enemies. If you were to ask me for the best armor set in this game, I'd have no choice but to say the Barbarian armor. And that's my list. Thank you for watching. If you for some reason liked this video, you could press the like button, that'll be cool. And also maybe comment about what your favourite armor set in the game is. See ya.